Hello everybody and welcome back. It's Michael from Hallowed Thrills back with another video, and tonight we have our first haunt of this weekend, and we are back here once again up in Scranton, Pennsylvania at Reaper's Revenge. This is by far my favorite haunt event that I've ever been to, and I'm super excited to be invited out here again to check out their event. So huge shout out to the people over at Reaper's Revenge for inviting us out today to check out their event. We're doing the daytime tour again, we're doing nighttime VIP, so it's going to be a great night. There's their big old sign behind me, but once again we're not going to be able to do any filming, so this is going to be kind of like a after review mixed with like daytime tour of stuff here, so it's gonna be just a different video than you're used to with me doing a vlog style type thing, because of just how different the event style is and what we can actually film. So but before we get into that, please make sure you're subscribed, have those bell notifications turned on to get notified whenever I post a video, and also make sure you're following me on both Instagram and Twitter. The links to those are down in the description below. So once again, just like last year, we're pretty much only going to be able to film in their entertainment area here, but I can just show off like the different food booths that they'll have available. If you come up here, their newly renovated entertainment stage over there still doesn't look like it's quite done, but I'm glad to see that they're making more innovations. They have a bunch of different photo ops you can do up there, including this one, which I absolutely love. So just a ton of different photo ops they have here, including her buddy the skeleton horse again, just like last year, Martin's funeral service, and then of course, if you saw on Instagram and Twitter, I posted that we were here and showed off this whole photo op that they have here as well, including the really cool pumpkin head animatronic. And this right here off to the side is the entire line area that they have here, and if you remember last year, this place was packed the night we were here. There is a ton of queue to go around if you are the normal line, but they do have that $30 VIP, and it is a much shorter wait. And once again, they have merchandise available. They got Reaper's Revenge sweatpants, hoodies, long sleeve shirts, showing off all the different merchandise. We got a whole bunch of different keychains and lighters and magnets. That's actually really cool. I like the magnets for this year. Those are new. And definitely something that might be needed if you decide to go up here this fall season is hats and gloves, man. It does get cold up here in the mountains. Alright, so we're heading in for the daytime tour. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film or take pictures, but if I am able to take any, I'll make sure I put them in, but I will talk about a little bit of it after the fact. So they did allow us to film and take pictures more than I was expecting them to. So they allowed us to take pictures of a few things. The first scene you get to is like the big opening scene, and they have this really cool and new amazing animatronic that they have. It's super cool at night. They have a lot of fire effects going on in this scene, but that animatronic stands up. It does like a lot of cool audio lines. It's really cool. And then from there you go right into the graveyard scene with, of course, their amazing like Michael Jackson tribute in there for Thriller. I absolutely love that scene. It's one of my favorite ones in the hayride, and it has that like really awesome mausoleum for Reaper's Revenge. And then we got to go to one of my personal favorite scenes, which is the pumpkin scene. I absolutely love this scene. There's so many awesome, intricate pumpkins in there. It's super cool, and I love the fact that they kind of like make pumpkin people out of them using the tree limbs and everything. It's really awesome. They have this amazing animatronic in there, and also one of Todd, the owner's first animatronics he ever made, was in there. From there you see the Soul Seeker that they have at the temple. The temple scene is fantastic. I loved it last year, and it was even better this year. Then we move on to another one of my personal favorite scenes, the Alice in Wonderland scene. Just everything about this scene is amazing. The colors, the actors, the fact that they get their own live mics. It's super cool, and the effects in that area are amazing. Now, just showing off this little like reflector on the side of the hayride itself, and this is used to activate the scenes. Actually, it was really cool them explaining how that works.
Now, we did go into the Lost Carnival. We got to see a lot of the scenes in there, including the funhouse. We actually got to walk through the funhouse this year. We got to see the Ferris wheel and the merry-go-round, and those are amazing. Both of them run during the night. They actually are functioning attractions. It's really cool. And from there, we went into Delirium. And this year with Delirium, with our daytime tour, we actually got to walk through the attraction with the 3D glasses on, with no scare actors in there, and all the lights and everything working and sounds working. It was really awesome to be able to take the time, walk through there without any scare actors in there, and actually just look at everything. Then we continued back on the hayride, went through the Texas Chainsaw section, and then went into the final scene. The final scene, this is actually its last year from what we were told, so they will be redoing that last final scene in the big castle there. And of course, we didn't go into Pitch Black this year, just because, it's pitch black, so you kind of expect that, but we did get to look at the outside and take pictures of that. And then finally, last but not least, we did go into Sector 13. Absolutely love Sector 13. It is such an amazing attraction. We got the whole overview of the entire layout of the attraction, and that last animatronic there is super cool.
Alright, so let's talk about that daytime tour a little bit. I know I did a little voiceover work there and told you about my experience, but I just want to give a little, straight off the bat experience. I'm actually really surprised the amount of stuff that I was able to get pictures of and everything. They're much better about it this year, which big ups to Todd and all the people here, allowing us to do a little bit more this year than last year. I really appreciate that. I know you guys don't like to spoil a lot of your secrets here, so I do appreciate the amount of stuff I was able to get. But yeah, just the whole attraction looks really nice this year. The daytime tour was something different, but tonight we will not be able to film through anything. So just giving you a heads up on that. But being able to walk through some of that stuff was really, really cool. And we actually got to walk through, the Delirium with the actual thing running with no scare actors in it and with the 3D glasses on. So that was awesome to see some of that stuff and actually take our time, look at this, look at that, be able to take a couple pictures. I know I did show you guys those, but that attraction is so well done, and they do a fantastic job on that one. And just all of these attractions here. Now, we didn't get to go through Pitch Black because, it's pitch black. There's not really much you can really see in there. But that is the one thing I'm really afraid of tonight, is pitch black. But now we're done with our tour. It's still a little bit daylight out, so we're gonna chill, do some interviews. I'll show off my interview with Todd and whoever else I can get to do an interview with me, just to talk about the event itself and tell you guys what's new this year. All right, so I'm here with...
I'm Todd.
From Reaper's Revenge. Now, I'm super excited for this year. You guys have a big reputation, at least for me, to hold up, because you guys are my favorite haunt that I've ever been to.
Thank you.
So I'm super excited because I do have a lot of other haunts I'm heading to this year, so you guys got a lot of competition, but the people want to know what's new for this year.
Well, I can tell you, one of the things that comes to mind as our biggest upgrade is what we've done to the hayride. Our hayride's always been a really special thing and kind of dear to my heart because that was the first thing I ever took care of when I was here, way back in the beginning. And it's amazing what we've been able to accomplish this year alone. I mean, there's so many changes on the hayride.
Yeah, I did see the during our daytime tour that new animatronic in that first scene. Yeah. He is super cool, and a bunch of stuff that you guys moved around, and just it's really cool. Those little changes that I was able to notice during our daytime tour. But now I know one point last year you guys were talking about partnering with Field of Screams to do more of camera work and everything. Did you guys end up doing that this year?
Well, we always network with Field and the other members of our 13 haunts. I mean, one of our owners actually owns a couple of the haunts in the 13 haunts. So we, we're always constantly talking to each other. And if I learn something, I'll call Jim over at Field and say, hey, I just figured this out. Or my big new thing is mapping. I love projection mapping. I'm having so much fun with it. But I'm self-taught, and I called Jim because I saw his mapping, and I was like, oh my God, it's amazing. I was like, so we kind of go back and forth. I had to give him kudos when I saw it. I was like, wow, impressive, So, and we all kind of, we just share with each other and kind of help each other, because I mean, there's so much distance between us, and if people really want to go see haunts, they're going to go to multiple haunts, especially if we have a bunch of great ones in the Pennsylvania area. Why wouldn't you?
They mentioned during our daytime tour that you guys are a destination haunt. Now, what makes you guys different than everybody else? Why should people really come out of their way to head out to Reaper's Revenge for this year?
Okay, well, I mean, to start, we're 5 attractions, 90 minutes of entertainment, and you're going to get some amazing entertainment during that 90 minutes. All 5 of our attractions, unique in their own rights, but they all blend together and they make this such a special place. It's nice to hear that they're saying it's a destination, and people do throw that around, so we'll even say that as owners. But, I think it's more that we care about this place and we want to put on the best entertainment, the best show we can. And I don't try to compare ourselves to anybody else. Sometimes they'll say, oh, you're the best hayride anywhere, and it's like, thank you, but I know some amazing hayrides out there, and I'm just really humble to be in that class. So, I think, that's one thing that probably does set us apart from a lot of people, whether it's in our industry or not, is we don't ever get cocky with we do something cool and we think, oh, we're all that. No. I'm humbled all the time. Like I said with my mapping stuff the other day with Jim, I was like, oh my God. I wanted to go back, and then, believe it or not, last night I was out right down there until 2 a.m. Just playing with my stuff, my mapping and all that, because I have to do it when we're not open, and I have to do it at night because projectors only work really good at night. So, we're always trying to evolve and learn and grow, and I think our customers see that this place is just, we're like a kid in a candy store, and we just have the best playground. I've been saying that a lot tonight. Our playground is unlike anything else, and I'm just really, I'm happy that I'm part of it. I've worked my way to being an owner. It's even better, but it's just cool to be a part of this amazing haunt family.
Now, one of the bigger changes to the experience that I noticed is that the glow necklaces, they're only in Sector 13 this year.
Yeah.
What went into the idea of changing that up for this year?
Well, I mean, everything out of COVID, and as we rolled out of COVID the past couple of years, I don't even want to talk about COVID anymore. And it's just like, I don't know, the show kind of evolved, and we hated glow necklaces. Hate them. And I want to do away with them at Sector. I just don't want people to have that experience, especially if we're trying to put you in a dark area, which we've never allowed them at pitch black. If we're putting you in darkness, like our final scene, if there's some glow necklaces in there, it ruins the experience of what we're trying to show, the entertainment we're trying to provide you. And to me, if we can work towards that, we constantly as owners are meeting every week to see how can we streamline the process to make this more user-friendly for everybody that's here. From the time you get on our property to the time you leave, okay, how can we make this a better show, a better experience, so that when you come back next time, you're just as excited. You say, I can't wait to see what they did, because they always try to do that, and that's the people we are, the haunters we are.
All right, well, thank you for answering all the questions. I am super excited to check out everything tonight for the show, and it's always a pleasure seeing you.
Excellent. Nice talk.
And night has began to fall, and it is time to chill around the bonfire, get warmed up, because the temperature has dropped drastically here. But look at that sky as we get ready to head off on our tour, our actual event tonight in just a few minutes. All right, here we go. We are heading into the trail, the whole hayride and everything, here with Sean from Freaks of HHN.
What's up, fellas?
And like I said, we're not going to be able to film in anything, so the next thing you'll see is me cutting to my actual review of the event. All right, now that we are officially back after our event tonight at Reaper's Revenge, I'd like to do a little bit of a review of the event. So we got off of the actual hayride itself, and here's what I have to say about the event. The hayride is as good as always. It is a fantastic hayride, one of the best that I've ever been on. It is so good. They do such a great job with every single one of those scenes. Those animatronics are fantastic, and the scare actors on that hayride were so good as always. And that Alice in Wonderland scene, once again, just blows me away. It is such a good scene that they have there. The pumpkin area that they have there is so cool. Just that entire hayride, like I keep saying, is so good. Now, the Lost Carnival, it was good, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't really, I didn't get really many scares in there. I don't know, maybe there just wasn't many actors, but there was a weird spot where we did get backed up a lot with just a line of people waiting to get through the actual attraction. I don't know what happened with that, but it was still a really cool attraction, and I love that attraction. And then Delirium. Delirium, every time I go through it, absolutely blows me away. Just the different levels of 3D that they have for that attraction is just so cool. And the glasses are different, so it has like different levels for the paint where it shows in different levels and makes it, some makes it look like it's close in your face, some makes it like it's going further into the wall. It's just so well done, and that attraction is still one of the greatest 3D attractions I've been through. Pitch Black. Still not a fan of Pitch Black. I still don't like it. Not like in a way of a hatred of it, meaning that it's bad. No. It's just so scary. It's just the loud noises in your ear, not being able to hear, feeling the walls, feeling the slime and the gunk and the just random things you can't really see because it's also pitch black in there. It is so just an overload of the senses in there. And then the one thing I gotta say, don't trust the light in that attraction. Every time that we went towards the light, it just was not good. There was always somebody standing there scaring us or asking us a question or touching us. Yeah, it was just, that attraction just is an overload of the senses. And the entire night I was just like, oh, I'm not looking forward to Pitch Black, but it's a very good attraction, and just it gives me a feeling of like, oh, I don't want to go through it. But Sector 13 was the last thing we go through there, and once again, it is my favorite attraction there. It is so well done. The different scenes in there are so well done. It has the scares, it has the acting and the interactions. It just has everything, man. It is so good. You get like a staple gun to your back. You get someone thrown on a table and then operated on. They do such a good job in Sector 13. We actually had there was this father and his little girl in our group, and they actually separated them. I felt so bad for him because we walked out and he's just standing there waiting for her, and it was a really interesting experience. But I really enjoy Sector 13. I got a lot of scares in there. They did such a great job on Sector 13 this year, and it once again is going to be my event winner this year for Reaper's Revenge as my favorite attraction there. I was telling Todd the entire video, I was like, you guys have a big shoes to fill, man. This was my favorite haunt last year, and it's looking like it might be my favorite yet again this year. But tomorrow we do have Brighton Asylum to go to, so I'm interested to see how they fare against them. But right now, Reaper's Revenge is still sitting at #1 for me. They did do a great job tonight. Thank you, Todd, once again for inviting us out to check out the event. I had a fantastic time checking out everything, checking out the event during the day, checking out the event at night, and it is truly a well-oiled machine. But if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you drop a like and also comment down below if you've been to Reaper's Revenge this year. What are your thoughts about it? Did you have a great experience? Tell me a little bit about your experience there. I'd love to hear it. But as always, I'm Michael, giving you the all clear. And all clear means that you are out of here. See you guys next time.